You expensive, you know that?
Hi my loves, welcome back to another video with your girl Life with Chanel. In this video, like the title down below says, we are gonna be reorganizing and decluttering and really just setting this kitchen up for the spring season. Honestly guys, I'm not gonna make this intro too long, but I just want to say when I moved in, I was kind of like head on at everything. I feel like I was kind of like, I need to make sure everything is situated, everything is in place ASAP. And one of the things that cost me was just to overspend. I ended up putting things in places that, if I'm being completely honest, I do not care for. And so my space started looking very cluttered, very cheap, because the minute you have clutter, the minute you have too much decor that is not going together. I started off with the nudes and the neutrals, and then I was touching on black, and then I was with gold, and then I was with silver. It honestly just created chaos. So today we are going to be redoing our kitchen. Now I'm going to give you guys a shot of what the kitchen currently looks like, and even though there's a lot going on over here, I just want to say the cupboards are organized to a sense, but I think I could do a little better at organizing the cupboards, making it very much functional, and not just for me, but I'm getting to the point where I want to start hosting, and I just feel like I don't want my guests coming over and it's not a functional kitchen. I don't want them having to be like, where is this, where is that? I want it to be very much obvious. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. I also want to do a quick little haul of a what's new in my kitchen. These are gonna feature a few items from Amazon, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, and a few stuff from Ross Dress for Less. So I'm gonna do a quick little snap of what the kitchen currently looks like for you, and then obviously we will do the haul. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a haul of everything that I recently purchased that will help us to get this place looking really nice. And then we will also go ahead and do a haul of all the new things that I have to really just help to elevate this very space. Strong. One of the things that I know for a fact that I want to make in my kitchen is a matcha and hot tea station. If you know me personally, or if you've been on the channel for a while, you know for a fact, already know, I have to have my hot tea in the mornings, in the nights, and as soon as I have a little bit of pain, a little bit of discomfort, a little bit of uneasy, I need some hot tea. Like, I have to have my hot tea. So I did order this matcha set from Amazon, and I'll have it linked down below for you guys. There is everything. So we have our little whisk, we have our matcha bowl, we have a little dove or a swan or a duck something here. We have the strainer that you will need, and then we have this here that you will need to put over the matcha. So all that is in here, in the spoon. Obviously you guys will kind of see a little bit more in depth when we are setting up that area of the kitchen. I have this jar that I do have some matcha powder currently. I got it from Ross. It's not the right matcha powder that I want to use, but for right now we'll use it, and it's a tight lid. So I think this will be good to keep our matcha in. I paid $6 for it, but I really love it. Now this is me adding a touch of color to this space, because as you can see, that's not in here. But the reason for this is because it is spring and I just wanted to add some color. I also have this little syrup dispenser, syrup coffee dispenser that I want to also add to the station. Obviously, again, we're doing some sort of organization, so I don't want everything just laying out on the counter. So I will be using this stand right here for our matcha setup. And again, you'll see that if you keep watching the video. Now, I saw these two wine glasses in Home Goods the other day, and I was like, you have to come home with me. So this is something new in our kitchen. The stems are so long, but what really caught me was the shape of this wine glass. Now, they are very thin, very cheap, I'm not gonna lie, and I only got them for $6 each, but this was a great buy. I think once I start hosting, I hope I could go back and find at least 2 more, because that would be just perfect for a cute little girls night. Currently, as you guys can see, the spices are in that little wooden container that came with it, and I love it. I like the idea, but honestly, like when I am seasoning, when I am cooking, I am right here, and I feel like if I'm right here, it would be easier to pull from the drawer instead of going up here. But at the same time, I do want to use this drawer for utensils, so I'm so in between as to what will actually go into that drawer. Again, just keep watching. But I did get this. It is a spice rack, a drawer organizer, spice organizer type thing. And it's also expandable, so that is perfect. So I could actually use it in here, and then all my spices that I just have thrown all over could actually go on here. And then I think I could actually do this plus the utensils, but we'll just see if we want to do that. I don't think we necessarily need to mix them because I do have quite a bit of drawers, but if in case, we can always try. So in order to make sure, again, this is a rental property, and I want to make sure when I leave that I leave with, you know, I take care of the place and everything is done in good faith. So I went ahead and got this shelf liner. I think I got this from Home Goods. It was like $6, and this is a big roll. It's a 15-foot total length. And I want to go ahead and put this in the cupboards, pantries, especially in the drawers down at the bottom, and over in the cupboards where the pots and pans will go, just in case I take a pot or a pan from drying and it's not completely dried. I don't want it seeping straight into these people's furniture, into these people's wood. So I'm gonna line in with this, and also where the glasswares are, I think this will be easier because when you sit glass on it versus, so sitting glass directly in the cupboards is a little bit louder. So I feel like if I use this, then I will really be just cheating the system. That's what I think. I've really been in here cooking, and I have been loving the idea of cast iron in the kitchen, which leads us to our next set of things for the kitchen. These are what's new in my kitchen. Now, this is the Lodge cast iron, a skillet. Let me tell you something. We got this for $13 in TJ Maxx, and I was like, this is a steal. Now it is very heavy, so I'm gonna go ahead and set it down, but this was such a good purchase. Like, I cannot wait to cook something in there. So on the topic of cast iron, I really wanted a pot. I ran it through the dishwasher and now it's all messed up, but this is a 3-quart Martha Stewart cast iron, and this is really leading me to wanting to make some sourdough or so. Absolutely love the color, ties in beautifully into my space, but I must say this is very, very heavy. And for the star of the show, what's new in my kitchen, I was able to get my hands on this staub or staub. I don't know the correct pronunciation, but if you've been on TikTok and so, you know this is trending. If you don't have this in your kitchen, this brand, or Lacrosse, I think the other one is, but I did find this one in, I think TJ Maxx. It came from, no, it was in Marshall's actually, and it was up to like almost 200, then went to 70, then went to 56, and I got it for $42. Now it is red, which I am not like bosa about because like I don't have anything here, but I was like, hey, that'll be perfect whenever I decide to use it, to have that big pop of color in the kitchen. So I'm not mad, I'm excited about it. So from Amazon, I decided to add some motion lights. Now this is only 3, but I do think I'll need to order another 3 whenever we do decide to do the bathroom. I want to go ahead and just put this one under the cabinet right there, maybe one right here by the sink, and I'll try to put one high. I'm not sure where, but I think this is just so good for in the night times when I come out to just grab a snack or make my hot tea, or even in the morning times if I don't want to go straight into turning on the big lights. You know, these are actually trending. I got this in Target. This is a small one, so we're gonna have this for the kitchen, but this is really just to light my candles and stuff, so no big deal. Also from Ross, we got these baskets. I've been on the hunt for these, and I recently got one, but then my brother went and he picked these up for me in Ross because I have been needing these. So we got a small and a large, and we're gonna just see how we want to use them, because honestly, I feel like the kitchen counter could use one, and I could use one over on the center table, but we're not sure where we're gonna put it yet. A fun fact since moving in, I actually have not had a proper cutting board. I have these plastic ones that I've been using. I just told myself orange is poultry, that one is seafood, that one is fruits, that one is veggies, and honestly girl, it's exhausting. So we got ourselves a nice sturdy cutting board. I love the color of this, and I think I'm gonna leave it out on display on the kitchen counter, and this was literally $9 at Marshall's. If you look over there, you see I have two, but they're literally for decoration. Like, I ain't cut nothing on them. This here is another drawer organizer, and I think this bad boy was only $8, but I absolutely love it. And the reason why I love it so much is because this actually ties in with my bar stools, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. So once I seen this, even though I already have one, I was like, I need that one, mama. So from Target also, I got these. Now I already have some cloth napkins that I got since Christmas. So these napkin rings are what I'm gonna put around it and kind of just set this area. I really thought I was gonna leave it open, my counter space, but since at the moment I still haven't decided if I will be buying a dining table. I do have a space for dining, but I don't want a dining. And I'm like, how many times am I gonna have somebody here that needs to sit and eat at a dining table? But I could sit at the dining table and eat because I love that idea. I'll cook myself a good little meal, put on a dress and some wine when I feel like I can have some wine. But girl, anyways, so I did get these two chargers, and I think these are just so nice. They are from Target, but like the wooden fully look, and this actually matches with this. It's just a different color, and then this all matches with the bar stool. Like, you guys, I have been juicing, I've been cooking, I've been doing all the things, and there were still a few appliances that I was needing. So one of my girlfriends did pick up this. If you guys did not know, majority of the, literally all except maybe 3 appliances in this apartment is from Drewberry's beautiful brand. I just love the girl. I love her brand. I love the clean, white, crisp look with the little gold detail. Like, it's not overbearing. So I did get this personal blender, and it is a 12-piece. I did not have a blender. I have a Ninja. I recently got a juicer. So this was a great addition. I'm always just so grateful when I receive new gifts, new toys. And then also I have the 6-speed hand mixer, and this means we've been in the kitchen cooking, baking, clean. Yeah, we're gonna be cleaning, we're gonna be baking. I mean, baking. Now from Aldi, and I did not know Aldi got down like this. Like, I've always just been in there. I got my fruits, I got my veggie, I got my turkey bacon, and I'm up out of there. Y'all, they have a whole section. I got some shoes, work shoes in Aldi. Like, what? Nobody told me nothing. But anyway, so they have this pen organizer, and this was only $6. So I grabbed it with the swiftness. Don't know how it's gonna work, but we gonna see, girl. We gonna see. And I think we're gonna go ahead and put the pots and pans. And then I also grabbed this one that I think will be able to hold like, make more of like saucepans and stuff. So that's everything that is new in my kitchen. I honestly have so much more stuff, but some of them are not for the kitchen, and I want you guys to follow up and watch the next video, so I'm not going to show you. But right now I'm going to go ahead and remove everything, and we're going to start on a blank canvas. So sit tight, relax, get you a little drinky drink. I'll be right back, and when I come back. So as of right now, this is a overview of the kitchen space. I have my purses, my work bag just sitting there because this is actually where I will sit and work. I have a case of water here that I feel like we could find a way to tuck in the pantry. This is some cooking oil. I just recently realized that it was leaking in the pantry, so I put it here. So we do need to go ahead and remove this from the counter just so we can have some more counter space. I did rush out this morning, so I do have a few breakfast plates just sitting here. So we will go ahead and get that moved. I think this is very cute, but I just feel like the pot itself is already very high, and then adding this with these very high, like it's literally the size of a finger, the length of a finger. I think this needs to come down a little bit lower, so I'll show you guys what I end up doing. Over here we have the refrigerator, and I do have a few stuff that's going to help with our organization up there. But the freezer itself, I'll try to see. So this is our freezer. This is what it looks like. And I'm the type of girl that will have some sort of groceries. I am not too big on eating out, Honestly, since I've been in here, I have not ordered not one DoorDash or Uber Eats or anything. Like, I am going to prepare my meals, and so I need to have some sort of functionality going on in this refrigerator. I do need to top up on groceries, but besides the fact I can also make whatever I currently have just look a little bit more presentable, because right now it just looks like chaos. Our cabinet cupboard space, and honestly guys, it is a mess. So all my appliances are still in their boxes, and they're all still just put out, and that's just not gonna cut it. So I think today will be the day when we will go ahead and take stuff from the boxes and just get rid of the boxes. I have this drawer that is not a junk drawer, but I want it to be for my little containers and for lids, stuff like that. But I feel like we could do a better job at organizing it. Like, I have a tea bag in this drawer that is not supposed to be here, obviously. Over in this drawer, I have utensils, but then I also have a scoop. I have utensils that have nowhere to go because this is full. So I think we will go ahead and make this into a drawer for something else and use a bigger drawer for our utensils. That way everything gets to fit in its own place. Like, I am doing a pretty good job up here. I just feel like the plastic containers up top could find their own space to go. And then I feel like we could do a little bit better with bowls versus deep dish versus just a flat plate. Like, I feel like I could do a better job. So we will definitely get in here and do some sort of organizing. These also are such lifesavers when it comes to organizing and making it look more like a shelf. This right here is also a really, really good addition to your kitchen because I'm able to just stack two on top, two at the bottom. And just be reminded, everything that I'm showing you guys in this video will be linked in the description box down below. Over here, I started out to try to put some appliances over here and some bottles and plastic cups because I don't really use these. Over here, I have my glasswares, cups, all that good stuff. Like, we could switch it around and just try to get all this in the actual pantry, which is right here. And use this for plates and cups, because if I'm serving food right here in the kitchen, I think you would want to just grab your plate right here and plate it. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking, but we'll just see when we start playing around with this space. So this drawer here, immediately it became a junk drawer from the very first day of moving. We started putting stuff in here like tools and chargers and all that. And since I've been in here, I've actually made this a junk drawer, and this would be the perfect spice drawer or even a utensil drawer because it could hold both organizers for utensils. So we're going to go ahead and declutter that drawer. Down here, I have some of my pots and pans, and this is another drawer that was supposed to be organized but immediately turned junk drawer. Up here, I have my canned goods right here. And then here, I tried to do some sort of organization with the glass jars, the lids, all that stuff. Baskets. I do need to top up on groceries, like I said, but I did not want to get groceries until I got this place together because, child, it ain't cute. So this is under our sink area right by the island, and honestly, if somebody came over and they were about to do the dishes and they opened this, if I was the guest and I opened and I saw this, I honestly would have just went ahead and closed the doors and be like, ma'am, I don't know how to operate your house. This is complete chaos. So I do want to go ahead and just take this space up a notch. I did not get the exact item that I wanted to store all this, but I did get something that I think should be functional for us. Y'all, so like I did say, we are going to be working in sections. As you can see, I have these three cupboards over here pretty much empty. now this is what we are working on. This is the top shelf. As you can see, I have a lot of opening space here. And then over here, I just have this that is going to be perfect for hosting. Obviously, I'll add more stuff up there. I have a few of my containers that I use for meal prepping. The rest are in the dishwasher. I haven't unloaded, but this section will be just for meal prepping glasswares because I pretty much try to keep away from the plastic. Over here, I have 2 ramen bowls on this other side. Coming down, I have my plates right here, and I try to keep what looks like the same thing together, if you could notice right here. And then over here we have just some a little bit more fancy. I'll probably pull these out more so for hosting or during the holidays. On to the very last shelves, I have my bowls. These are heavier, so I decided to put them directly on the counter. So these bowls have the same texture style going on. And then over here, we kept these together. So I think this is very functional. If I made stew, you'd know exactly where to pull from. If we're just eating some rice, if we're eating some dumplings, if I'm making soup, this is just a little bit more organized and so much easier to work with. So we are pretty much done in here. Like I said, I have a few things in the dishwasher that we might need to add. Now, I've already started using this area over the refrigerator, and it takes me a ladder. So I have a little baby stool that I actually place all my plastic wares up here. So this is if I was supposed to just keep some food over, meal prep, prep some meats to cook the next day. Everything plastic is over here. And then I have a few of my glass vase that I will use for decor, or so I just stuck them in here, but it's so much more organized. I know exactly where. So our next task is going to be to go ahead and put the glasswares back in. Now for the glass, I'm not doing too much of an organization. Honestly, we're going to put them in just matching which glass goes which. Alright friends, so we are making so much progress. So this is what we have right now. So up on the top of the shelf, I have some white teacups that honestly I really don't be reaching for too much, and the one in the middle is for my mug warmer. I have a little pad that I can put it on and warm my hot tea. Usually I'll just use that if I'm like editing or doing some work from home, and I just need to keep some hot tea. I have that black one that says happy birthday. I got it as a gift a few years ago, so I want to hang on to it. I have those that I can make like some mules. I have some shot glasses and a few plastics in the back stems. So I have these really long ones to the side, this basic one, and then I did get these for my birthday. They're very pink, very girly, and this isn't like what we're going for, but guess what, they have to be in there because they're so cute. I love the addition. And these are actually, I want to say Kate Spade. I had these for a while now. I bought them in TJ Maxx. I think they were Kate Spade. I'm pretty sure they were Kate Spade. So we just added them right there. So we keep the pinks and the colors over on this side. Coming down, these are some stemless glasses, perfect for some mimosas. And then I have these with some design. So I just put 2 in each row. And then I have these with the gold rim that kind of match these. So I probably should have put it under there, but it's fine. It's not that serious. I have my teddies, which is perfect for my matcha or just a cold beverage. And I was wondering if I should turn them upside down. Previously, that's how I had them, upside down, which pretty much is like this. That way, like, they're not trapping air or, you know, cookie scents or whatever, but I think it'll be perfect. And then down here, we just have our teacups on both sides. So this for something bigger, this for something smaller, and this is pretty much what this area will be looking like. So we're all done setting out all our electronics. At the top, very top, I have it's kind of like one of those quick ninjas, but it's not. It's our Fit RX brand, but it works just like a ninja. Then I have a magic bullet right here, which is my juicer, and all the parts for this is behind it. Down here I have these two shakers. I don't know what the actual name is, but just to make drinks. So I put both of them here, and then down here I have my beautiful blender. She's the most important, so we put her right here, and she obviously goes more with the aesthetic. So we have her here, and all the parts that goes with her is right behind her. So that's just so much easier. If I need to juice, I know juicing is right there. Blending, you know, it just makes life so much easier. All right, so now we are up to this cupboard right over the microwave, and like I said, we're going to be utilizing all the space that we have. Right now it's giving a junk cabinet, and honestly that's what it's going to be. So I'm going to be storing like my bottles for juicing, some more plates, stuff for hosting. As you can see, I have like this really large jug. I have this if I wanted to make like a charcuterie board, all that stuff, some air fryer liners, all that stuff. That is what we will make this pantry specifically in. All right, y'all, so we are now over to our last two cupboards. This is what we're working with so far. I had a lot of spices left over that I didn't have anywhere to put, so I just went ahead and put them in this Lazy Suzanne until I can reuse them in the bottle. All right, babies, so we are done with the drawers. I kept the utensils right here, the very nice gold ones. Over here, I kind of put all the stuff that I would need: pizza, lemon, apple cutter, the little roll, some glass drawers there. And exactly below it is this cabinet, which I did go ahead and organize. So pretty much now we have all our appliances out of the box. If we move over to this side, we have these two drawers, and I have a first aid kit because it is the kitchen. Anything can happen. I have the match right here, and then I have some mittens, some more towels just for the kitchen. And then I have these, which I typically use in the mornings once I make my hot tea and I'm heading out because the cups be really hot. Next to it, I have this drawer with all our little if I was to bring some sauce or so, I know exactly where they are. These are all the covers for my cups. Directly under is where our pots and pans are, and I feel like I need to add some lighting because it is a little bit dark, but let's be honest, I could see the pots and pans. Now, if we move over to this drawer, I have the spices here. Like I said, I am going to need some more spice jars because I have so much more sauce that I was not able to put up. Down here, I just added some more plastic containers, my strainer. Eat in the bedroom or the couch. I have some sandwich bags, some Ziploc bags. All the storagey container stuff. This here is actually a mat, so when I do a lot of dishes, especially glassware, I typically put this out and have things drain on it. This is what under the cabinet currently looks like, and like I said, very atrocious. So I'm gonna go in right now and do this to the best of my ability. Okay, babes, so we are at a nice little blank canvas with this kitchen counter. Besides here, I didn't want to plug Alexa out. I love her right there, so I'm gonna keep her there. But we are gonna get started on here, and I think the first thing I want to do is my matcha station, which I think I'll let you guys watch. right, friends, so this is what we are looking like. We have our tea matcha setup station right here. I didn't put the tea bags out just because, honestly, y'all, it was just a big container and I wanted to make it less clutter, so I think I'll utilize one of the drawers down below for my tea bags. Actually, here we have the cereal dispensers and I put a lamp behind it. I wanted to cover these as much as possible, but it's fine. My knife set, and then right here I definitely got to change these oil and vinegar canisters, but you guys will obviously not see that because I'm posting the video tomorrow and I don't think I'll be able to run out to the store and get something to change it right now. On the stovetop, I went ahead and brought out just something from my spring decor and my cast iron pot. Also included these two hand table rags, kitchen rags that are just very spring looking. Brought out the Martha Stewart cookbook, we'll have her linked. And then we brought Alexa right here with this little lamp. I wanted to include this so bad, but everywhere I put it, it was honestly just giving overbearing, so that was the best I could actually do for it. But this is like a overview of the place, so that's what it kind of looks like if you were just standing by the island. All right, friends, we are finally done with this place. Oh my god, I have a few stuff on the top of the fridge that I need to find somewhere to put, but don't worry about that. So I placed these placemats out. I got these from Target, and I did just a napkin. I was gonna put like a whole setup there, but honestly, like, I want people to not worry about having to move the whole setup, so I left that. And then if you were drinking a beverage, I have that. Now I do think I will have to change these out because I'm not really feeling the black. Not feeling it, but I already had it, so we're gonna keep it. And then over here, I highly recommend this dryer rock. It is so good. Like, I could wash my dishes, my glass, and I just sit it on here without having to go to the dishwasher. And I think this was such a good touch right here. Like, we just have some cookies. If you're just sitting down, passing through, you could just grab some snacks as you sit. Honestly, just lowered the plant. It is still very big, very distracting, but I actually love it. Like, I love the way it's blocking all that. So I think it'll look really good when I'm filming like real short forms. I can like put the camera and hide myself. I don't know. I just really like it. So I didn't really do too much to the fridge, like I said, because I am going grocery shopping, y'all. So I just kind of skipped over the fridge. But this is what everything is looking like. I absolutely love it. I have this one runner rug. Oh, and then this trash can I got for my birthday, because I do get a trash can with my apartment, but it's a big dark colored trash can. It's a black trash can and it just does not go with everything. But I have to put my trash out in that trash can, so I keep this one right here and I keep that one out on the balcony. And then when it is trash night, I just put my trash in that one, and that way this is always here. I love it. I love this little humidifier that I have going, and I'm using this scent in there. Will be linked down below. I got it from Amazon. It is the Hotel Collection scent, but smells so good. And then I have another long runner over on that side. This is what over here is looking like. I am obsessed. I love every little thing. Let me know in the comment box what you guys think about this new kitchen setup. I think it looks very good, but anyways, I'm working with what y'all think. So yeah.